All right, today we're diving into the playbook from wealthy and well-known. We're going to distill the absolute core strategies you need to build a seriously powerful personal brand. So this is the big question, isn't it? You've got the skills, you know your stuff, you're an expert. But how do you actually turn all that into real influence and, let's be honest, a healthy income? Well, let's get into exactly how that's done. Okay, but before we start building that shiny new blueprint for success, we've got to do a little demolition first. We need to clear the ground. So we're going to start by looking at the 5 biggest, most common traps that stop brilliant people just like you, from ever getting where they want to be.
Right, let's get into it. 5 common branding mistakes. And the thing is, these are the traps that are so easy to fall into, and a lot of people don't even see them coming.
First up, we've got a classic mistake, chasing fame. You know the feeling, right? It's so tempting to want that huge following right out of the gate. But here's the thing, that's completely backwards. The real game is to forget about visibility for a second and focus everything on building rock-solid, undeniable credibility. Master your craft, get actual results for people, and then you can start shouting it from the rooftops. All right, mistake number 2 is being totally laser-focused on the money and nothing else. Look, a quick payday can feel great, I get it. But it often comes at a huge cost, your reputation, and that's your most valuable asset. The smart move here is to stop thinking about wealth and reputation as 2 different things. They're not. They are 2 sides of the exact same coin. The trust you build today, that's your wealth tomorrow. Okay, this 3rd mistake might just be the most common one I see. It's a total lack of clarity. You know, when you try to be everything to everyone, you end up being nothing to anyone. You're just another voice in the crowd. The solution, it's so simple but so powerful. Define your niche. Pick your lane and own it. Become the person for a very specific audience with a very specific problem. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. I mean, think about it for a second. Who are you gonna hire? Some general motivator? Or the coach who helps first-time authors smash out their manuscript in 90 days? It's a no-brainer, right? That second person owns a piece of real estate in your mind. That's the power of specificity. It builds authority and pulls in the exact people you want to work with. So mistake number 4 is a big one, and it's all about consistency, or the lack of it. Dropping an amazing piece of content once in a blue moon and then vanishing into thin air, it just doesn't cut it. Your audience has a short memory. Think of it like a friendship. If you only show up when you feel like it, that friendship's not gonna last. You have to be there consistently. The only way to do that is to build routines and systems that make it easy to show up and give value over and over again.
And the final trap, number 5, is a huge one: underestimating scalability. This is the classic trap where so many amazing experts get stuck. They're just trading their time for money forever. But here's the reality: you only have so many hours in a day. You're gonna hit a ceiling. The real key to growth is to start thinking, how can I scale beyond myself? How can I bottle up my expertise into a product or a system that works for people even when I'm sleeping?
All right, let's talk about building a better blueprint. So we've seen all the things that can go wrong. Now let's flip the script. We're going to take those solutions and forge them into a real strategic framework that you can actually start using. And here's the main takeaway, the really crucial point. Building a killer brand isn't about getting lucky or just grinding yourself into the ground. No, it's about making smart, intentional shifts in how you operate, shifting from chasing fame to building credibility, from being a generalist to being a specialist. That is the bedrock of it all. Okay, your action plan. Because theory is one thing, but making it happen is another. So let's get practical. Here are 3 super clear steps you can take to put all of this into practice, like today. So here's the plan broken down into 3 steps. Step 1 is all about your foundation. This means getting super clear on your expertise zone and collecting all that social proof, testimonials, case studies, you name it. Step 2 is your strategy. And listen, you don't need to be on every single platform. Just pick 1 or 2 and be consistent. And track the stuff that really matters, like engagement and referrals, not just followers. And finally, step 3, scale. This is where you start turning your knowledge into digital assets. Think courses, books, memberships. This is how you stop trading time for money. So we've talked about the tactics and the strategy, but what's the big idea holding all of this together? What's the core philosophy that makes a brand not just successful, but lasting? Let's talk about the real path to influence. And this is it, right here. This is the absolute heart of the whole thing. The goal isn't just to be well known, it's to be well trusted.
When you align your influence with your integrity, what you're really saying is that your reputation, your word, the value you promise and deliver, that's everything. That's the most valuable thing you will ever own. Everything else is built on top of that foundation of trust.
All right, as we wrap things up, let's just hammer home these key takeaways. If you remember nothing else, remember this. Credibility always comes before visibility. A tight, focused niche beats a broad audience every single time. Consistency is how you build trust and stay top of mind. Real wealth comes from scalable systems, not just your time. And finally, your reputation is just as crucial as your revenue, period. So I want to leave you with one final question to chew on. Take a real look at your expertise, at what you know. What is the number one asset you could create starting right now that would let you scale beyond yourself? What's that one thing? Think about it.